Hi, everyone. Welcome to Planted Seed. My name is Jessica, and I'm the owner of Planted Seed. And I am so honored to have Lo on our show today for What's Your Story Wednesday. So go ahead, introduce yourself.
I go by Jump Out LO. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm an act. I'll say I'm an activist. I'm for my peoples. I was very involved in the streets my younger days, and one of my closest friends, he got killed, and it kind of
I'm sorry.
sparked a thought. Not really it, and it helped me change. But not only change, it helped me want to empower others to change because I felt like God allowed me to go through this for a reason. You know what I mean? He allowed me to go through every situation that I went through so I could help others that's going through it. You know, and I want my story to reach people so people can understand that it's hope, that it's not all bad, no matter where you at.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So, tell us about like your upbringing, like on a high school level, like your teenage years. I know you had mentioned that you were in the streets and stuff. Just tell me a little bit about your high school experience.
I would say high school was the most influential part of my life. The most. I went to Eastside High School, and it was around like 2000, when 2000 from 2004. I graduated 2004. But I say it was the most influential part of my life because I wanted to be accepted by my peers. So it we don't have too many role models. You're looking up to the drug dealers outside. So that was kind of our role models growing up. So that's kind of what I saw. And I wanted what they had. I wanted what they were doing. I just wanted to be a part of that. So high school was when I started clicking up. You know, you find your little clique. You want people to accept you, and you start doing things that you don't even want to do just because you want to be accepted. So that was my high school journey, was just not even knowing who I was as a person, completely lost and trying to find myself, and then got misguided by my peers because they were also lost souls trying to find themselves. And it was just like a bunch of lost people trying to find a way.
Yeah.
So high school, I got in, through God's grace, I graduated, but I really didn't. I'm not gonna tell you, I didn't learn much because it was just kind of like it was like a big daycare center. I'll say Eastside High School for us. Nobody really took it serious, and honestly, some teachers were just passing you just so you won't have to repeat the grade. Like, you know what, we don't
Just to
want to
get
deal
you
with them
out.
anymore, just to get you out. So high school was very, like I said, very influential on the street. I got introduced to the streets through high school because you had a little bit more freedom that you didn't have in grammar school. It's kind of like you're on your own. You go to class if you want to, you cut class. So that freedom was kind of bad for me because my mom was very strict and she kept me away from everything. She tried to keep me, at least she did the best she could to keep me away. But
Right.
that made me curious to why is she why does she want to keep me away
Oppositional.
from all of this?
Yep.
So I wanted to know for myself what is in the streets that everybody wants. So went full blown in the streets. And in the streets you get the freedom to do what you want with there's no rules, there's nothing, but then there's consequences that
Consequences.
come with it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that was high school for me. High school also was the beginning of me. I got introduced to drugs in high school, which was marijuana for me. That was like people say it's the gateway drug. At first, I didn't believe it, but now that I'm older, I kind of see it now. It absolutely is the gateway drug because it introduces you to drugs in general. So,
Yes.
high school, that's when I started getting high. I caught my first case coming out of high school. And luckily for me, like I said, I graduated at 16. So even when I graduated high school,
Wow.
yeah, I was very young when I graduated.
How
Even
did
when
you
I
do that? How did
graduated,
you graduate so early?
um, I started school early, and when I was in Dominican Republic, I skipped the second grade. The teacher said I was advanced for the second grade, and I went
Wow.
straight to third. I actually would have graduated at 15, but when I came from DR, I had to
They-
start the fourth grade all over again.
Yes.
So I was always advanced, but my environment kind of slow me down because I didn't want either people to know that I'm smart. Or I didn't want my
Smart.
friends to say, oh, he's a geek or he's a nerd. He's into
I
this.
always say I'm a low key nerd because I
Yeah,
have so
nah,
many books.
me too. Now I figured out as an adult that I love to read. When I was young, since none of my friends were into that, I kind
Right.
of like got into whatever they were into, and I didn't get to discover me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So High school, I'm grateful for it. I will always be grateful for it.
Yes.
But it was like the introduction to everything for me.
Right. So what was like your biggest like insecurity or your biggest fear, in high school, and how did you overcome that?
Insecurities. I have very low self-esteem growing up.
Mm.
So I remember I had braces when I was a kid. So I ain't like to smile. I was a little bit overweight. I ain't really feel comfortable about my body. So I don't think I got over it. I kind of just I became so cool that well, quote unquote cool that I overlooked all those things. And I just thought I was just too cool for myself. So
Right.
that kind of like what helped me get over it, but I really didn't because it followed me through my adulthood. And then I noticed all the things that I thought I was ignoring I wasn't really ignoring because they came back up in my adulthood.
Yeah.
Ma, por favor.
Hey, it happens.
Sorry.
It happens. It's all good.
Mhm.
And then so you feel like it followed you all the way through.
Yes, absolutely. It
Mm,
absolutely did.
mm,
Because I still was insecure about me. I didn't fully love myself because of
mm,
my actions.
right.
So there's no way that I could have got over it. And I was doing so many harmful things to me, to my body, to just not caring from, you know, jumping to relationship from relationship to relationship with no substance, not knowing what I wanted. So I couldn't have got over my insecurities. They carried it along with me.
Right. Absolutely. So, we kind of touched on role models and stuff. Did you have any role models or mentors? I mean, besides the streets?
Nah, I could honestly say the biggest role model I had was my mom, but she
Mm,
couldn't do enough. You know what I
mm,
mean? She couldn't do enough.
that's
But
powerful.
I say her resilience, she doesn't give up. She
Mm.
doesn't take no for an answer. And she's determined. She just came in here without knocking. She don't care.
I think she probably thought you had a girl in your room, like, what happened?
And I told her I was having an interview today and she
Oh,
must have forgot it was 4 o'clock. But
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's
it's just her resilience. She's just so
yeah.
strong-minded. And I always admire that about her, that she won't take no for an answer. You know what I
Mm,
mean? She just keeps going. And that for me, it was like, I gotta do better.
right.
But
I gotta match
it's not
that.
enough. You know, as men, we need positive male role models in our lives, you know,
Mm,
and there's a lack of just men trying to help either the youth or just being present in their kids' life. And I'm not gonna say my father wasn't around, but he wasn't really present. He wasn't a father. He was there. You know
right.
what I mean? Then he lives in Dominican Republic. So that made our relationship even
Even
kind of,
right. Yeah.
but yeah, my mom, man, my mom was like the only role model. Just seeing her want to strive, seeing the things that she did for me just to make sure I was okay.
Right. Yeah, that's so I mean, that right there, it just speaks so many volumes because I feel like even with the kids that I work with, students I work with, children I work with, they're in your shoes, or they were or they still are in your shoes where you were in the past and even still to today. So like you kind of, you know, you giving them the guidance like there is hope out there. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Honestly, be yourself. No
Mm,
matter, no matter who wants to do what, no matter what's in, no, stay true to you and do what you love. And just don't stop being you and don't stop loving what you love, no matter who rains on your parade.
yeah,
Keep being yourself.
yeah, that's profounding. And, I think because of social media, everybody has to act like they're this
Yeah,
person that they're just not, and it's like this is what we think other people want us to be, but it's not. It's
not
really
what you
not
want to
like
be.
that. So,
It's
okay, tell me a fun fact. I need to know a fun fact about you.
a fun fact.
Besides, you're a sneakerhead. I can see that.
Oh yeah. I make pins. I actually make pins. I'm into hats. So when I made hats, I actually discovered that people put pins on their hats.
Yes.
So right. So I made these pins. I made a Selena pin.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And I made El Chavo. It's like one of my childhood. I used to watch this show when I was younger. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
try to do things to inspire my childhood and to bring to the community because it's actually a large community of people that collect hats, and I wasn't aware of it. So I'm trying to bring just awareness to them. It's people that they find, it's like they find something to do. It gives them something to do. And I just want to bring the positive side to it. Like, yo, just stay positive.
Yeah.
Things will get better.
So tell us what you're doing right now and you're giving back to the community. Obviously, how we linked was just amazing. All
Yeah.
God's purpose, right? All in
Yeah,
purpose.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I'm so grateful,
Me
even for
too.
your vulnerability right now. Tell us what you're doing with the community.
Right now, I'm part of Unity, the Unity Foundation.
Excellent.
So I help out wherever they need me. If they need me to come speak to the kids at school, if they need me to just help out passing out food in the community, wherever they need me at. And I also volunteer with whoever.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter if you need me and I have time and I'm available, I'm there. If it's for something positive, for something that to uplift our people, I'm all for it.
That's
I
awesome.
also have a podcast on mental health. It's called Check Your Mental, which is I speak about my own experience because as you can see, I'm not a doctor. I don't got no PhD, but I have self knowledge of what I've been through that it can help others. So I always keep it on the eye, and everything I talk about is about me because I struggled with anxiety, depression for some years. And I feel like if some more people talk about it, they could understand that, yo, it's ways to deal with it. You don't have to deal with it alone. You don't have to go through it. It's
Yeah.
all a psychological warfare, but we could beat it if we just speak about it. That's just the truth will set you free.
Absolutely.
That's the you hear that all the time, and it's just so true.
And the
Just
power
speak
is in
about it.
numbers. The power is in
Absolutely.
numbers, and the more that we keep this away from like a stigma, I feel like mental health, especially in the BIPOC community, the Black and Hispanic community, it's like, no, no, there's nothing wrong with you, and especially as a man, be a man, stop crying,
Yeah.
don't show any emotion, super
That's
machismo, it's not conducive for your life, for you to move forward, even to be in your true self. So I would love to listen to your podcast. And guys, I will definitely be tagging the podcast and your foundation and everything that you're doing. And I am so forever grateful just for everything that you have shared with us. And really hopes that, a teen will watch this and really understand where you're coming from. And if they ever want to reach out to you, your information will be there.
yeah,
Thank you
absolutely.
so much for being a part of What's Your Story Wednesdays.
No
Guys, we
problem.
are taking clients right now. So I can always be reached at Planted Seed Group on Instagram. You can also check out our website, planted-seedgroup.com. And we also have our YouTube. So all the videos that are on Instagram, they are on YouTube as well. And again, Louis, I cannot thank you enough for this. And
Now you're
as
welcome.
you were talking, okay, obviously we don't know each other personally, but I'm always connecting somebody with somebody. And I have like 3 people off the top of my head that I'm so excited to kind of connect you with and really, kind of jumpstart that journey even more for you and just add more to your collective, to your community. And thank you again so much. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day.